guys, it's King Fidd here, and today we're going over a gameplay analysis of the best Fiddlesticks in Korea, and probably one of the best Fiddlesticks players in the world. His name is Teddysticks, and well, he's hit Challenger multiple times in past seasons. He has not hit Challenger yet this season, but we're gonna watch his gameplay right here on Twitch, and I'll link his stream in the description. He does not speak English, but you can probably learn a lot from watching him, and hopefully you learn a lot from this gameplay breakdown. So as you can see, right now Teddysticks is just watching his jungle to watch for any invades. It's really important to not be AFK at the start of the game so you can watch your jungle to not get invaded. He's just placing a ward to make sure that his red buff doesn't get invaded. But it looks like he might actually be starting topside. Alright. Oh, yep, he's checking. Yeah, if you see how he walked up to the bush and used his W to check it? He was just making sure he did not get invaded. Alright, and now he is going to start his wolf camp, and I think we can expect a full clear right here. Yeah, I haven't watched this game through, but on Fiddlesticks, you kind of always want the full clear, and I feel like that's what we can expect this game.
선 레드네요. 이거 렉사이 잘하면 들어올 수도 있겠다. 강타 좀 아끼고 있어야겠다.
Right, finishes off the blue end Gromp with the double drain. And if you guys are still struggling to full clear on Fiddlesticks, I do have some full clear videos on my channel, and you can definitely watch those. I've got very detailed descriptions of how to full clear on Fiddlesticks. Meanwhile, we're just gonna watch him. Alright, he perfectly pulls the Raptors in the red to the double camp spot. You can tell he's got a lot of practice with this. And he's danger pinging his team where the Rek'Sai is to make sure they do not die to any Rek'Sai ganks. Alright, and he's now just going to finish off the red buff and Krugs with one last drain. And then we'll see what he does after he's finished with his full clear. Oh, but Rek'Sai was actually bot side, and the Xerath does die to the Rek'Sai gank. He's pinging his Nautilus to come help him with this Rek'Sai. The Rek'Sai just tunnels away. He's just going to immediately recall. He knows that he can't get the bot scuttle because his bot lane doesn't have any prio, plus the Rek'Sai is bot side anyways. He's just going to buy the Sorcerer's Shoes using his futures market. I forgot to tell you, but Teddysticks likes to go Predator with futures market every game, so you can buy his tier 2 shoes and immediately have the Predator active on his tier 2 boots every game. And he always goes Sork's first item. There's no reason not to. It gives the most damage and mobility out of any item Fiddlesticks can buy. Now he's looking for possibly a dive on this Trinamir, but the wave is not built up enough, and like there's just going to be a huge cannon wave that they have to shove in first, so he probably won't go for it. And now we're just going to be back to full clearing. Alright. Now he is once again looking towards the top side because the Vayne is crashing large wave and that Trinamir is poked down a little bit, but he decides against it because, I mean, he honestly doesn't know where Rek'Sai is. Oh, he does see Rek'Sai's top lane now though, but the Vayne unfortunately dies. So this game's not going out going too well right now for Teddysticks, but he does manage to see that the Rek'Sai has not done Raptors yet, and he's going to be able to steal them away. So whenever you don't have gank opportunities on Fiddlesticks, while the enemy jungler is like getting every free gank in the world, that kind of usually means that they're not farming their camps. You can usually run to their jungle and deny them camps. There's a little bit of action mid lane. This rock is gonna die because both supports roamed mid. It's gonna be like a big 3v3 mid lane. Fortunately, they win the 3v3 and they trade 2 for 1. That's pretty good for Teddysticks. The enemy of Philios ran up mid lane too, but he's a little bit late to the action, so.
야, 이게 상대 바텀이 편하니 그냥 막 움직이는구나. 어지러지하다. 벌써부터 움직이네 바텀이.
Right. I think he might hit level 6 off Raptors and Krugs, and he's going to be danger pinging his team that Rek'Sai's probably respawned and is heading bot lane. I think he's going to be a little bit off level 6 after these Krugs. It's going to be unfortunate, but it's alright. It's not a big deal. Yeah, Rek'Sai is bot side like he pinged. Hopefully his team doesn't die. Alright, they're safe for now, and he's just going to recall because he knows Rek'Sai is already taking the Scuttle Crab and River. Now he's going to be buying a Blasting Wand and an Amp Tome. Now, a lot of you guys will just recall with that amount of gold and you're going to buy Hextech Alternator. Don't buy it. Hextech Alternator actually sucks ever since they changed it. It only gives you like 25 AP for 1000 gold. Meanwhile, you can buy the Blasting One plus Amp Tome. That gives you 60 ability power for about 200 more gold, but it's still over double the amount of ability power, so it just gives more damage. Now that he's level 6, he's going to be looking to see if there's any gank opportunity he has. He's picking his Lucian to like bait them in, but the enemy team just backs off anyways. Let's see, the Rek'Sai is creeping around the jungle. He's looking for like a counter gank opportunity on the Rek'Sai. Maybe he's gonna sit top lane and see if Rek'Sai tries to gank the Vayne, and maybe he can get off like a huge counter gank. He doesn't want to walk up too close because the Tremor Sense can give him away. Oh, he's got to save his Vayne from being solo killed, actually. Alright, and he does, and that's pretty good. I guess he's just going to recall right here. Well, actually, he was just waiting for the Rek'Sai, and they will manage to pick up the Rek'Sai too, because the Rek'Sai got greedy and started looking for the Vayne.
이번 건 살짝 뻔했다. 아니 이 뻔한 갱을 올 거라고는 나도 약간
He's probably like, I can't believe the Rek'Sai actually went for that. Because like it should have been obvious. He showed topside. The Rek'Sai 100% should have expected him to still be topside, but the Rek'Sai was just too greedy and really went to kill the Vayne there. Alright, now he's just going to head back to his top side. It looks like he's going to clear towards his bot side. Always remember to whenever your blue and Gromp are both up, try to double camp them to clear them faster. I know most of you already do that, but I see some players that are just like you're playing Fiddlesticks and they just want to do each camp one at a time. Alright, he's actually trying to be active on the map. He's going to go for the Rift Herald. It's not a bad idea because Rek'Sai is probably bot lane, if I would guess. Yeah. He saw that the enemy bot lane had been missing for a little bit, so he assumed they were helping the Rek'Sai on Dragon, so that's why he decided to do Rift Herald. Pretty smart idea. He's going to manage to get this, and I don't think he's going to use it quite yet. Actually, he's going to use it mid lane. But he is seen by a ward, so He's not gonna be able to get off the gank. He might just drop it and run back. He's gonna steal the raptor camp first, though. Oh, but the Rek'Sai is here. That is quite unfortunate timing. He's gonna wait for the Rek'Sai ult to finish before he flashes, but the Rek'Sai flashes after him anyway, so he still dies.
아유.
It was a little bit greedy from Teddysticks. He
이런 거
didn't know where
하면 게임
Rek'Sai
끝나지
was, but he
않나
still
이거?
went for the camps. This situation, I actually would you have a little bit of time before you have to use the Rift Herald, so I actually would have cleared towards my bot side before
어우 젠장.
using Rift, but hindsight's
근데
2020.
둘 다 살면은 이득이긴 한데
Oof,
한
his
명만이라도
bot lane
살아남으면.
is dead again. That's not good. He was probably complaining about how his bot lane just should have already backed off. He saw the Corki going bot, so he should not have stayed. He's just gonna immediately rift mid right now though. He wants to use the rift. His Corki is not holding mid right now. They should be able to get first turret here, I think. Alright, he's clearing the vision.
나 혼자 돈 먹었네? 하이요. 안녕하세요.
Alright, he's gonna quickly double camp his red buff and raptors. Oof, he does not manage to get the cannon. Alright, he's walking back around to see if he can get an ultimate opportunity on the Corki, but Corki is playing too safe, and he's got his team hovering him as well, so it's gonna be a little bit hard. Oof. There may have actually been a
야
ward on the
어디가
Raptor pit,
와드였던 거야?
so oh no. Teddysticks is dead here. The whole enemy team was mid lane. There's not much you can do about that. But
와씨 야 아니
his
왜
team will manage to
그거
still pick up the
걸렸냐?
Tryndamere though, so it's not too bad. The game's still
아니
7 to
진동
7.
감지에 걸렸나? 아니 근데 나 진동 감지에 걸릴 만한 움직임을 안 했는데? 이상하네? 진짜 어떻게 한 거지? 와드였다라고밖에는 설명이 안 되는데 좀 이따 한번 확인해 봐야겠다. 1130 확인해 보면 되지. 포탑을 파괴했습니다.
Oh god. This is not going well. The Rek'Sai is inside his
그런데
jungle
아까
again,
이거
and
개
he's going to
이상하게
be getting
움직임이 내 쪽으로 안
ambushed, but he
가더라.
does manage to get away.
다른 쪽으로 움직이더라. 큰일 났네. 뭐 어디가 어떻게 와드가 되어 있는 거야?
His whole jungle is gone. That's unfortunate.
여기 왔다. 지워졌네? 나 오늘따라 약간 좀 잘 풀리다가 계속 한 번씩 삐끗삐끗하네요. 이게 이 실수가 좀 치명적인데? 죽으면 안 되는 타이밍에 계속 죽는다, 내가.
He doesn't really have anything to do other than just clear his camps right now. There's no objective on the map yet. The dragon is spawning in 20 seconds though. Let's see, his bot lane is recalling right before the dragon spawn though. I think he's just gonna give it. He sees that his bot lane's already recalled. There's no point in contesting. They have zero vision control. And they're just gonna be late to the fight, and you never want to be late to the fight when you're playing Fiddlesticks. I think Fiddlesticks you only want to fight when you guys are the one who have vision control.
상대방의 합류가 진짜 너무 좋아. 야 이거 베인 없으면 우리 못하지 않니?
Probably complaining about his team not wanting to contest dragon, which is understandable. They're just giving away this dragon for free, which should not happen.
우리 베인
They're
없어서
pretty even in gold, and they've got Fiddlesticks, who's really good at team fighting, so it is quite unfortunate. They do fight mid lane though. He's pinging his team to back off towards him, and he manages to
아
fear the
씨발 아
Rek'Sai, but the
진짜
Rek'Sai looks like she just gets away. But the Xerath ult,
나이스
oh, the Xerath ult manages to pick up the Rek'Sai.
뭐야 아래쪽
Alright.
올라온 거 보고 있어
Oh, Quirky still had Flash. And the Trinmir's there. Oh no. That is pretty unfortunate. Oh god. This is going really bad now. I think his team really needed to not chase the Quirky there.
아우 간거 같다 이 판도 아씨 짜증난다 짜증나 킥 괴물됐는데
That is a pretty fed Quirky 8-0, and he's going to be building Maul Malmortius too. Quirky's already got the Hex Drinker, so he might be pretty hard to kill this game. Danger pinging is Lucian about the Rek'Sai, but there's not going to be a lot Lucian can do, but he does manage to kill the Rek'Sai. Now he's going to be fighting the Aphelios. Aphelios is forced to burn his flash to live. His team managed to kill the Corki bot side, but looks like the Nautilus. Oh, the Vayne managed to outplay the Trinimir. While Nautilus does die, the Vayne manages to pick up both kills. That's pretty good. His team is actually still pretty even kill wise. His team actually has taken down more turrets too, so his team is actually slightly ahead gold-wise. The enemy team does have 2 dragons though, so they're going to be needing to contest these next couple of dragons. Alright, after he finished his rocket belt, he's going to be
뭐
starting to
어떻게
build his
보지
Zhonya's.
않을까요?
He's had a stopwatch in his
우리는
inventory for a while, but has not had to use it yet.
다 해서
Also got a control word for when he needs to place it. He's picking his ultimate because he does not want his team to fight until he's got ult ready. So hopefully they don't fight. Alright, he sees that they're fighting. He already hit a level 11, so he's just going to join his team right now. It's always, Korea's a very aggressive region, so they like to fight a lot. So it's always a good idea to be around your teammates in Korea because they might randomly start a fight. This even happens in North America too. You'll just be pinging your ultimate cooldown. You're just like, don't fight, guys. They just immediately start fighting. Now the Corki has killed his
확실한
Xerath
거는
already,
이건 코르키는 베인
and
아니면 못 잡겠는데?
he's not very happy about that. Oof. This dragon's gonna be really hard to contest. They don't have anyone holding mid. Zero vision control. The Xerath's dead. Let's see what they can do. He's just gonna show to stop the Rift Herald, I guess. He's gonna push up with his team through mid. Now, something I see a lot of Fiddlesticks players do is that they'll be getting ready for an objective and they'll just split apart from their team, already looking for a flank angle. But if you're away from your team when you guys haven't set up vision control or like split the enemy team by pushing other lanes, then you can really easily get collapsed on by the enemy team before you have ult. So you really actually want to be grouped with your team. The enemy Tryndamere goes in. He fears the Tryndamere away, and the Tryndamere, he ults onto the Tryndamere and finishes him off. Uses stopwatch. And the enemy team's chunked, so they get this dragon for free. They will heal back up thanks to this rocket, though. Now it looks like the enemy team is re-engaging. His Nautilus flash hooks the Corki. Or Corki does have stopwatch, though. He's gonna die to the Philios, but the Vayne is popping off, though.
야, 베인 진짜 잘 구른다. 뭔가 빠르. 와.
Ooh, the Vayne will flash follow
이거
and kill
바론이
the
되나?
Rek'Sai. It looks like his
안
team's gonna
되나?
start doing
맵이
Baron.
나오나? 야, 근데 피업이 되나? 맞아? 근데 얘네들 모르고 있기는 한 것 같은데.
I'm not sure if his team can do this. Looks like they're gonna die before Nautilus can even get there.
근데 이거 걸리면 우리 좆대. 아니야.
He's got a danger ping his team. The enemy team's back. His Vayne is literally 1 HP.
우와.
Like, both his carries are in range of just dying to one Corki rocket, so they really can't do Baron here, unfortunately. He's gonna ult in, and he only manages to fear the Tryndamere. He does finish his Gromp, though.
야, 이러면 얘네들이 가겠는데?
The enemy team is now starting Baron. I think Teddysticks maybe should have saved his ultimates because the reason why they're able to do Baron now is because he did use his ultimates, but they do manage to pick off the Soraka. Enemy team will back off of Baron because of the Soraka dying. Alright, and the enemy team takes a very bad fight. And his team's going to get Baron now. Alright, so it wasn't too bad. Enemy team was very split there. Like the Soraka was still in his jungle and gets picked off while her team is doing Baron. Then the enemy team decides to fight while Soraka's dead, and they just win because they don't have Soraka's healing. A6's team will be pushing up mid, but they won't be going for the inhibitor. I guess they're scared because the whole enemy team is respawning. Now Teddysticks is going to be making sure to take away the Rek'Sai's camps. So whenever you push up towards the enemy team's base, you're also going to want to take their camps when you're not having to hover your team, because denying the enemy jungler gold and EXP can really help you win games. Like Teddysticks is a whole level up on the Rek'Sai, which is a pretty huge difference.
이거 베인한테 와, 란두인까지 갔구나. 아니, 트린다 상대로 란두인 가면 트린다가 못 따라온다고 하긴 하더라.
He's going to be hovering his Vayne because he knows that their one play will be to pick off someone who's in the side, so ideally they'll probably go for Vayne since she's the strongest one, and they'll probably win. The enemy team will probably win fights if Vayne's dead. So he's making sure to hover and protect Vayne. Now that he sees most people are mid though, he's going to be hovering mid. He's now back to hovering Vane though, because he sees that everyone's moved over to the bot side of the map. He's going to be ulting over. Oh, he gets the fear off onto the Corki and the Soraka. When the Rek'Sai gets caught in the damage as well. The Rek'Sai actually didn't even get feared. She just tunneled in and had no way out, so she just dies to Fiddlesticks ult. That is a clean ace on the enemy team. I think someone died mid, ran to the Lucian maybe. But yeah, that's a clean ace. I think the enemy team might FF. Usually in Korea, when something bad like that happens, they FF, but they might still keep playing. But yeah, that was pretty huge. It's going to be really hard for the enemy team to come back after that clean ace from Teddysticks' team. He's going to make sure to like keep getting objectives though, because Riot has introduced objective bounties to the game this season. So you need to, when you're ahead, you need to make sure you're also the one getting all the objectives, because you don't want to be giving the enemy team any objective bounties. Alright, he's going to quickly take his Raptors, I think. Oof. His team does fight topside, and it looks like they were going to die. That's unfortunate. But he wanted to get his Raptors there because he was about to get Void Staff. Void Staff is a huge power spike for Fiddlesticks. Alright, his team has gotten the mid and bot lane inhibitors, so they're going to be pushing top side for the last inhibitor to help close out the game. I think he's pinging his team that they need to wait for the Xerath and Lucian to respawn before they push up anymore. That makes sense because you don't want to fight at a numbers disadvantage. Even if he gets off a huge Fiddlesticks ult, he can still end up losing the team fight just due to number disadvantage. Alright, he's going to be waiting in the enemy jungle. He doesn't want to walk up too close because I think it's just because it's a Rek'Sai. He doesn't want to get sensed by the tremor sense and then get collapsed on because it will be very bad if he gets caught out because the enemy team will have a lot or will have a much easier time of winning team fights if Teddysticks is dead. They're going to be catching out the Trinomir because he's split a little bit too far off his team in the top lane. And now they're going to be able to shove in top wave 5v4. I feel like they might be able to close out the game here, even though they don't have Baron. But it might be a little hard because they do have Corgi wave clear. And his team's not exactly grouped top lane to take the inhibitor. I guess they're just going to go for Baron instead, which does make sense. It's the safer option, and it's a lot easier to get. As long as they have Nautilus zoning, there's no way Rek'Sai can steal this Baron. Alright, and they get it. And they're probably going to push top lane for the inhibitor now. And it looks like his team just wants to ARAM mid. I mean, it's understandable. I see this all the time in North America. We can have an easy win if we just push, get objectives, or we can just ARAM mid and see who team fights to death better, and we'll decide who wins the game that way. Looks like the Xerath did manage to push in the top wave though, and they will be going for the top lane inhibitor. He's standing off to the side to just cover his team. You can see the enemy team is actually extremely scared to go in because they don't know where Fiddlesticks is. They can't go in because his ultimate is just going to counter their engage. That's kind of what you want to do on Fiddlesticks when you're trying to close out a game. You've already got a lead. You actually don't have to go in. You just have to sit off to the side, make sure the enemy team can't go in because you're just waiting to counter, and then you just win the game. And right here, I think they will be closing out the game. It's actually pretty clean gameplay. The Vayne actually popped off and kind of carried his team, so you just get to win. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to check out my channel if you want to watch a lot of Fiddlesticks content. I've got like Fiddlesticks Clear, game reviews of other Fiddlesticks players, and subscribe, leave a like, and comment below if you have any questions.